Alexandra and Nicholas first met in 1884 at a wedding between Nicholas's uncle, Sergei, and Alexandra's older sister, Elizabeth. Despite their young age, it was love at first sight. The young couple would continue to see each other over the years, but it was a visit by Alexandra in 1889 that solidified their love. Nicholas wrote in his diary, "It is my dream to one day marry Alex H. I have loved her for a long time, but more deeply and strongly since 1889, when she spent 6 weeks in Petersburg." Despite their love for each other, both of their families wanted them to marry other people. Alexandra's maternal grandmother, Queen Victoria, envisioned her to be the next queen of Britain, and Nicholas was expected to marry the daughter of the Comte de Berry. Alexandra went against her grandmother's wishes and refused her first cousin, the Duke of Clarence and Avondale. Simultaneously, Princess Helene refused Nicholas on the grounds that she would not convert from Catholicism to Russian Orthodoxy. This did not go well with either family. Queen Victoria did not like Nicholas's father, Alexander III, and feared that the Russian political landscape would only hurt her granddaughter. Alexander III, on the other hand, was strongly anti-German and did not approve of her position as a minor princess for his son. Like Princess Helene, Alexandra initially rejected Nicholas because, being a devout Lutheran, she refused to give up her faith. Marrying into the royal family of Russia required a partner to convert to the Russian Orthodoxy for the union to be valid. Alexandra only changed her mind after her sister Elizabeth assured her that it was very similar to her German Lutheranism. Unfortunately for the newly engaged couple, Alexandra was due to go back to England to be with her grandmother, while Nicholas had to return to his own country. To bridge the distance, the two exchanged letters daily until they could see each other again. The letters detailed their everyday lives, and each had a number to mark the days they were apart. They took to calling each other sweet nicknames such as Sunny and Lovely. It was during this time that Nicholas was able to slowly convince his family to let him marry the German princess. In 1894, tragedy struck the Romanovs when Alexander III got severely ill. Alexandra, as the fiancée to the future emperor of Russia, was summoned to the bed of her dying future father-in-law. From Germany she hurried to Livadia, the small Russian palace where the Tsar awaited his final breath. He was finally willing to give his blessing to Alexandra. Nicholas, wrecked with sadness, feared he was not ready for the throne. On the day of Alexander III's death, the Romanovs had Alexandra convert to Russian Orthodoxy. She made her first public appearance in Russia at the funeral of her would-be father-in-law. The wedding of the young couple came less than a month after his funeral, in November 1894. Alexandra admitted to her sister that her wedding was a mere continuation of masses for the dead. Alexandra became pregnant only a few months into the marriage. This birth, however, turned out to be a disappointment, as instead of an heir, a princess by the name of Olga was born. The couple did not give up, though, and in a span of 6 years, Alexandra continuously gave birth to 3 girls, Tatiana, Maria, and Anastasia. In 1904, the couple was finally blessed with a son, whom they named Alexei. Unfortunately, Alexei was born with hemophilia, a life-threatening and incurable disease carried by Alexandra through her grandmother, Queen Victoria. This did not stop the couple from devoting everything to their children, as Alexandra herself took to caring for them. Unusual for royals at the time, she breastfed her children herself, and taught them all she was taught in her childhood, such as making the bed and baking cakes. The daughters, in particular, grew up to be beautiful and well-educated women, all well-liked by everyone and popular with the Russian people. Alexei, too, was well-loved. His tutor once wrote, "Alexei is the center of a united family, the focus of all its hopes and affections. His sisters worshipped him. He was his parents' pride and joy. When he was well, the palace was transformed. Everyone and everything in it seemed bathed in sunshine. On the other hand, shy and nervous, Alexandra was disliked from the beginning by Russia's people, as well as its noble elite, who saw her as cold and curt. They frowned upon her distaste for Russian culture and her inability to produce a male heir to the throne, until Alexei arrived in 1904. By this time, she had isolated herself from the Russian court, becoming a recluse. Alexandra believed in the divine right of kings, that it was not necessary to seek the approval of the people. It was this thinking and her unwillingness to embrace her people that sealed her and her family's fate. A fairy tale match, Alexandra and Nicholas stood together and remained in love until the end. Their romantic and tragic story will be remembered for years to come.